Hello, Libra. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for July. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out at any point in time throughout the month of July. This message may or may not be for you. This is also for any major Libra placements like Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And so if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements. Also keep in mind energies and characters can be swapped around. And so swap around the energies, but don't cram yourself into a message that's really not meant for you. And so I'm going to start off by talking about what came through in meditation while I was tapping in to the Libra collective. And what I kept feeling and hearing was all of these distractions and delays. So distractions and delays, distractions and delays. And so I feel like you might need to seek out a healer or a therapist or a life coach of some sort to maybe help you dealing with some overwhelming emotions. It felt like an overwhelming sense of emotions, a feeling of maybe needing to make up for lost time. I also feel this energy of maybe being met with some type of major disappointment with either a lover or a partner. It's like, it felt like finding out that you were lied to about tiny little trivial things all the way back from the beginning of the relationship. And so there might be some type of an abrupt ending that might very well lead you to the one that you're meant to kind of merge souls with. And this will likely lead you to a more enjoyable, more harmonious union with another. But I do want you to remember that you are an independent person on your own, Libra, who really doesn't need anybody else outside of you for that happiness. And so let's jump in with the cards and we'll see what else needs to come through for you, Libra. Keep in mind, the meditative message could be standalone or it could coincide with what comes through with the cards. It usually coincides, but we will see what needs to come through for you. And I am starting off today by using the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck, and then we're gonna jump in a little bit deeper. And so I just cut the deck and we get in the matrix with a heart opening. And so there might be some type of an abrupt ending, a tower to break somebody free from a false foundation that was likely created on materialism and a false sense of like a status quo. And so whatever tower is coming in, it's to rip somebody's heart wide open in order to get them to embrace love and forgiveness. And to embrace the fact that, you know, there is a spiritual existence beyond this 3D matrix that we're kind of stuck in. And so there could be a major heart activation, which would explain those overwhelming emotions that I felt. So keep in mind, this could be you, Libra. I could be talking directly to you or to a cross watcher. So that's why I say swap around the energies. But let's see what else needs to come through for you, Libra. What other messages does Libra need to be aware of? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Lots of messages, lots of messages. There is a contract here. Some type of soul contract here playing out. We're going to get them all out. Holy cow, Libra. What do we got going on here for you, Libra? Oh my gosh, telepathy. There's that soul merge I felt. So there is some type of higher spiritual connection that you've been transmitting. You're likely telepathically connected with somebody through their thoughts and their emotions. And so, yeah, maybe those overwhelming emotions, maybe they're not yours. Maybe it's somebody you're connected with in the spiritual realm. You're definitely a channeler. There's a telepathic connection here, and you're channeling somebody's energies for sure. So keep quieting the mind in order to convey and receive these messages from this spiritual connection. I also feel there is some type of soul contract closing out, and that you mutually agreed to learn this karmic lesson and clear this karmic lesson this lifetime. And this is without a doubt a lesson in practicing unconditional love, right? So maybe you're releasing somebody that overly criticized you. Maybe it was a foundation built on materialism and greed, but I feel there is like a mirror reflection connection here. And so what do you need to heal below the surface in order to bring in this greater awareness? Because I do feel you're breaking the chains of a karmic soul contract where either it was riddled with addictions or restrictions or codependencies. And there's that distraction and delays, right? There's going to be some kind of impediments that you're going to have to deal with before you can begin to step into freedom and liberation. And so how can you nourish your mind and your body? And how can you tune up your chakras? So I do feel in order to keep a clear flow of telepathy, you are encouraged to tune up and maximize all of the energy kind of flowing through your chakra body. You're really going to want to go within and nourish your mind, your body, because there is a very sacred soul connection here. There is a very sacred soul connection here, and I do feel you intuitively know this already. And there is still something shifting below the surface, and Spirit is saying, hey, listen to this guidance. You've got all of these guardian angels watching over you, protecting you as you move forward from one cycle into another. And so move forward with confidence, Libra. You're here to share. You're here to shine your light. And so I do feel whatever soul contract that is clearing, it is connected to your greater purpose. Maybe you're stepping into being a guide. Maybe you do need to find somebody that holds that healing light to assist you with this awakening. But I do feel this is about sharing the knowledge and the wisdom that you have attained from this experience. And pay attention to that, to the dream space, the astral realms, because you are connected to somebody astrally. And they might be coming through in dream space. So try to decipher the messages that are coming through in dream space. And it's time to evolve. So if I'm already talking to a healer, maybe it's time to evolve your spiritual practice. I do think it's time to dig into some new spiritual studies to maybe enhance your spiritual vocation, your spiritual nature. Maybe you're thinking of an entirely different career path and stepping into harnessing a new spiritual vocation. But I do feel a month of finding some truth. If you've been led astray, if somebody was, lying to you, even little white lies, I do feel all of that is going to come to light. The light is going to shine that. And then you're going to have clarity in your heart and your soul when it comes to what it is that you need to do to take steps forward, Libra. There's going to be some major challenges ahead, and there's that overburdened emotional energy. So there is a contract, I feel, where the two of you agreed to maybe go into a family structure together in order to clear some past life wounding that has created a lot of negative impacts this lifetime. I do feel there's some type of negative, repetitive ancestral pattern here that is being healed and released. And so there's going to be an opportunity for expansion. And I do feel a gift on the other side of mastering this evolution of your soul. So there's that heart opening. And so along with the awakening and the heart opening, we do have to go into some very uncomfortable physical manifestations of ascension, right? As we journey into these higher states of consciousness, we also have to come back down, and it can be very uncomfortable as the physical body tries to catch up with the spiritual knowledge and the spiritual body. And so there is going to be some type of breakthrough. I do feel a transformation when it comes to a negative situation, and there's going to be a solution around the corner. And I think your hard work and your perseverance is finally ready to kind of pay off. So let's see what else needs to come through. I have combined my Kipper deck with my extended Lenormand deck for one great big super deck of messages. And look at that. Maybe it's time to take a risk, to take a leap of faith. 39. So that would break down to a 12, which further breaks down to a 3. So this is about manifestation. 3 is also the energy of manifesting fierce self-love. It's the Empress, right? So maybe somebody's getting ready to take a chance to take a leap of faith towards an Empress. I feel the pathway is being illuminated. The pathway is presented. And all somebody has to do is take a risk, take a leap of faith. And I do feel they got all of the tools that they need. Because we've got all of the, oh my gosh, give me one sec, guys. We got all of the elements. And so I do feel somebody has all of the power, all of the tools that they need to take a risk, to take a leap of faith. And nothing in life is guaranteed. This is a 35 breaking down to an 8. So there is an infinite connection here. There is an infinite connection here. And I do feel the pathway is being presented in the month of July. So let's see. We also, Libra, I do want to mention, we also have the nodes shifting. We're moving from the Taurus North node into the Aries North Node. And so any major Libra or Aries placements, it's going to be a huge karmic board clearing over the next 18 months. And so I do feel the path is being presented now, but there is something that you still need to kind of move on from. There's still a clearing that needs to take place. And so 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords energy. We get 19 and 3. So we get like the castle energy and the ship energy that just flipped out. And I'll show these cards to you in just a second, guys. And there's that sinking ship. So something is sinking. Something is going downhill. There's those overwhelming emotions. And so what I want to say is hope is the anchor for the soul. And so the 9 of Swords. So something is rounding completion. And I do feel spirit is all around you. If you look at all the birds, there's a lot of guidance from spirit saying, hey, I recognize you're in a tough situation. And it kind of feels like, you know, you're going under with all of these emotions being purged. But yeah, I just feel we've got a woman here leaving a marriage behind. That's kind of what it feels like. So we've got a woman here leaving a marriage behind. 29 on this card, 3 on there again. And then we get the 19 and the 3 here, which is the 6 and 10 of spades, which is the 6 and 10 of swords, and then the 9 of swords. And so there's something from the past coming back around, needing to be dealt with. Maybe you're finalizing a divorce. I feel a woman here is no longer investing in a long-time partnership or a marriage of some sort, and developing fierce self-love because it's time. And so there could be some type of breakdown of the ego. I do feel karmic debt. Maybe you were dealing with some type of narcissist or something of the sort. 19 is karmic debt associated with narcissism, extreme codependencies. But I do feel something is sinking here. And I feel somebody is getting ready to go in another direction and face whatever challenges. Yeah, there's some type of Kundalini activation. The Tree of Life. 5, there's some change. There's some DNA upgrades going on here for sure. Some Kundalini rising. The 7 of Hearts is like the 7 of Cups. And so there might be a lot of confusion when it comes to a telepathic connection. And maybe you're closing out a marriage with somebody that you have children with. So there might be a final divorce hearing coming up here. But this is the energy of karma. I do feel some karma, a final decision being made. Maybe on the settlement of a house. But I just feel there's that burden. There's that burden, right? And, you know, a lot of times we stay in commitments longer than we should because of the children. I feel a mama bear here that is deciding to burn a bridge once and for all because the pathway is being presented. And so Queen of Pentacles. 22, this is stepping into self-mastery. And, you know, and I don't think there's any wrong choices, but this is a decision that is coming out of a place of loyalty, groundedness. You might want to get grounded because I do feel a lot of higher ascension codes and you are manifesting wish fulfillment, but something first needs to die. Something needs to come to a complete end. Something that I think has been coming back around. Maybe you've looped around with this person for the past 8 years, but I do feel Anubis, that's the energy of death. And something needs to die away. And I do feel with the 9 energy and the 9 of diamonds, that is like the 9 of pentacles. And this is a feminine, I feel, closing out a major karmic cycle and stepping towards independence. And that's going to bring in a brand new romantic offer. Yeah, it is. Because I do feel somebody's thinking about taking a risk. And I think it's a big risk because there's a lot of love here. And I do feel somebody might be watching you, keeping an eye on you, trying to read between the lines and dig a little bit deeper and decide, am I ready to completely invest? Because I do feel you've unlocked somebody's heart here, Libra. And they're really thinking about, what can I bring in and offer? What can I bring in and offer this person who might just be going through some type of divorce right now? But I do feel a soulmate union. There's a lot of love here. But I also feel the book on the past needs to be closed first. And maybe this is causing overwhelming concern. Let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot, Libra. Wow. Well, I don't think it gets any better than that. The World and the Wheel. So we do have Jupiter in Taurus, and so we are expanding our foundations, right? Taurus is the Hierophant. Maybe you're expanding your gifts. I could be talking to somebody that has a direct connection to God. Somebody here has reached some type of spiritual advancement, spiritual achievement. A major life lesson is being learned, and maybe this isn't going to come full circle until Saturn retrograde goes back direct. We've got Saturn in retrograde in Pisces, and so maybe you're expanding your spiritual gifts, expanding within telepathic twin flame connection, that soul merger. I can't get that out of my mind. And so things are progressing, things are moving forward. And when we master that Saturn lesson, a blessing comes. And so you're right at that pivot point, right at that new beginning, but something needs to be closed out first before the blessings can come, before delays and distractions can be removed, right? The wheel comes in to remove all delays. So maybe this is the last month of needing to face delays. There's that Palace of Coins in reverse, 10 of Coins in reverse. There's definitely an ending here. Wow. Wow. We get, both of these came out in reversed. Palace of Coin in reversed, 10 of Coins in reversed, 5 of Cups in reversed. So I actually like the 5 of Cups in reversed. So I do feel the last 18 months, it's been a struggle closing out a cycle. And maybe this is the energy of, you know, maybe you spent a lot of time building a foundation with somebody, and maybe this is leading to total financial ruin. There could be some type of message coming, but I also feel this energy of releasing an extended period of grieving. While the North Node's been in Taurus, that would put the South Node in Scorpio. And so it was all about hanging on to the status quo. And so maybe there's been somebody holding on, having a hard time releasing an ending. But I feel this is, things are getting better. Things are looking up after a period of challenges, setbacks, delays, outside opinions. I feel you've been blocked from moving forward because you've been working on some heart healing. And so maybe you're dealing with a loser. I don't know. Maybe you're dealing with a loser. But I do feel there is a deep past life connection here that is going to lead to a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance. We get the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. And so I do feel like it doesn't matter what you're leaving behind. You're headed straight towards wish fulfillment and maybe a past life soulmate reunion. And so I do feel, something about the Saturn and Pisces energy. You are going through an expansion of what it is that you wish to bring into fruition. And I also feel there's still some type of karmic rebalancing or some type of clearing when it comes to maybe a judicial order or something of the sort. Could be dealing with the court system when it comes to closing off a marriage. Libra, that's your energy. And so maybe the next 18 months too is going to be a balancing act. But I do feel the truth will set you free. Truth is being exposed when it comes to an injustice here. So let's take a look at the 6 of Wands reversed. Wow. So we get the 6 of Coins reversed, the Knight of Coins. There could have been unfaithfulness here, but I just feel there was a lack of investment. Somebody really wasn't in it, and there was a lack of reciprocity. Things were not balanced, and so I do feel releasing something lesser for something better, and this is going to lead to a clean slate. And you know, sometimes we've got to lose it all to figure out what life really means to us, but I do feel a brand new beginning here. But it's going to require a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication. So what is this 6 of Cups about? Wow. Happier times are around the corner. Maybe by Leo season. Maybe by the Lionsgate portal. I do feel you are stepping into a new sense of vibrancy, owning your power, stepping into health and vitality. What do we got? We got the Ace. Oh, wow. We get the Ace of Wands in reverse, the 10 of Swords in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse. And so I do feel clarity. Clarity is coming. And so with the Ace of Swords in reverse, I do feel there's been a lot of challenges and delays when it comes to a new beginning. due to the fact that you've had to deal with a very challenging ending, right? The Ten of Swords in reverse is like the worst has happened. It can't get any worse. And this is like healing from being betrayed or backstabbed. And maybe you're going to have to deliver a message somebody doesn't want to hear, but I do feel lies are being exposed. And there was something here that was not right. And I do feel, yeah, lies are being exposed about a loveless situation. Whether you're the ex exposing this or somebody else's ex is exposing this. But I also feel this energy using logic, right? The High Priestess goes into the darkness, into the key mysteries of all of life. This could also be a major heart purging as this truth comes out. And it might hurt, but it's going to bring you truth. It's going to get you to a place of clarity, and it's going to get you right towards your happily ever after. So I do feel action is being taken after a period of healing. And so there still might be more meditation that you need to do in order to heal some past heartbreak for this new beginning. And I do feel there's still going to be some distractions and delays and confusions as you close out a commitment or a marriage with somebody. And so with Mercury going into Cancer, I believe actually Mercury is in Cancer right now. You might be, enhancing the telepathy here, but I also feel like you're no longer investing in a long-standing partnership. You're no longer going to put in the effort when it comes to a foolish decision, and you could be releasing a narcissistic person of some sort. The Emperor in reverse is a tyrant, right? And so this is a husband that really doesn't fulfill his duties as a father, as a leader, as a true benevolent masculine. And so something about that nodal shift is bringing in some type of shakeup. And I do think it's going to be a hard karmic reset because somebody, behaved foolishly here. And so there is a need for more heart healing. But I also feel you have some type of hidden advantage when it comes to some truth or some unseen knowledge from the spiritual realm. So let's get you one last closing message, advice card, whatever comes through, please, from the Divine Oracle Energy deck. What else does Libra need to be aware of? Could be dealing with an Aries, but I feel something about that nodal shift. So do all things in moderation. So slow and steady wins the race. But I do feel it's time to begin to explore a higher connection here. Laugh at the shadow self, laugh at your demons, and trust in the divine plan. But I do still feel you need to make a plan when it comes to moving forward. And there might still be another layer of grief when it comes to this ending as you face your shadow self and reassess. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. But I do feel it's time to reclaim the parts of you that was lost in this connection. And there is some type of soul merger going on in the background. And I do think there's just another layer of healing some unwanted attachments, some unwanted energies, a release, and a renewal. And that's kind of what I got for you, Libra. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out that description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.